Hello everyone, good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Yeah, I'll just share my screen. Let me know, class, once you could see my screen. If anybody could continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know, I had everything open on my desktop, but my PC had a sudden shutdown and I lost all my things. So good evening, everyone. So the topic for today's web development session is HTML effects. Today, I'll be covering some of the most popular HTML tags, and then how do we include some videos, or how do we include a website in our web pages, and then um, how do we include emojis. So let's just move ahead with our agenda. And talking about myself, my name is Dumjim, and I work as a cloud and infrastructure engineer at Larson and Turbo. So yeah, this is our agenda for today. Today I'll be covering iframe tag, which is mainly to include some website, or to include n number of YouTube videos in our website. And then I'll be covering some HTML tags, followed by parallax effect, and then how do we include emojis in my HTML program. So let's move ahead. So the first tag for today is iframe tag. So like the short form for iframe is like inline frame, and it's a powerful element in a web design. And the HTML iframe tag specifies an inline frame. An inline frame is used to embed another document within the current HTML document. So class, whenever you want to include any type of videos, or you want to include any kind of website in your program, so for that I'll be using iframe tag. I'll show you how do we embed any kind of document in our websites. So this is my syntax for including any kind of videos, or any kind of websites in my program. So herein I have my body section of my program, wherein I have mentioned iframe tag. So this is how I'll be including iframe, and then followed by an opening tag, and then closing tag, like how do we do for another HTML tags. Like similarly, I'll open an iframe tag, I'll close an iframe tag, and inside my iframe tag, what I'll do is I'll mention an src. Src is mainly class source path. So using src, I'll be giving the path of my video, or path of my image, followed by like what is my height, what is my width of my video, and then I'll include some properties to my videos, inline it, and then I'll close my iframe tag. Mainly we include this particular iframe in the body section of my program. I'll just show you how does this function. So we'll go to any kind of YouTube video I want to include. I had it open actually, but no worries. So let's just search Learnovate. Okay, this is not the one. I had it open today, yeah. So we have to open, and then we have to open any kind of videos here. So what would happen is, like there is a share button here, so we have to click on the share button, and then we have to click on embed code. So herein we'll get a particular code. Okay, so this particular code we have to copy, this particular code we have to copy entirely, and then we have to paste in the body section of my program. And similarly, like whatever videos I want to um, copy in, depending on the copyright issues, if any kind of videos class it's having a copyright on them, like I tried most of the videos like cloud videos or something, but it wasn't working because it had copyright on them. So if any video or any kind of website, if it is having copyright issues, then we might not be able to include it in our website. But yeah, this is the way. We have to click on the share button, and then we can just copy this embed option, and then we have to copy it, and then we have to include it in our program. I'll just show you the lab later on once I've covered the PPT. So the next tag for today is like OL and UL tag. This is a very known tag. So OL is mainly ordered list and UL is mainly unordered list. So the OL tag defines an ordered list. An ordered list can be numerical or alphabetical. So the list and like whenever I'm using OL and UL tag, we have to use this list tag to maintain our list, whether our list is an ordered list or whether our list is an unordered list. Okay, so the li tag is used to define each list item. For unordered list, we use the ul tag, which is unordered list. So like in any html tag class, for those for whom it is a first session, we always write in an opening tag and then a closing tag followed by a backslash. So an unordered list inside an ordered list. So herein I have mentioned this is an OL tag example. It would be more clear when I'm doing programs. So let's just move ahead. And similarly, we can see here like this is an ordered list example, and this is an unordered list example with bullet points and all those stuff. And in class, like what is the need of using OL and UL tag? We can easily write n number of paragraph tag or n number of div tag to write any kind of content, but it won't be synchronized or it won't look good if you're using a lot of paragraph tags in my program. So to have a particular sync or to have a particular structure to my program, mainly we use this kind of tags to make it fulfilled. And the next tag we have di tag, which is a description list. So just one second, I'm getting a call. So mainly like why do we use di tag class? So for example, if we have to maintain information like this, for example, I have given an header as html effects and we want to give a sub header or a sub information to in our html page. So for that I'll be using di tag, which is dl tag, which is a description list. So herein mainly we use three stuff, which is dt, which is defines the data term, which is in the description list. We have dd, which is describe each term in the name, and we have dl, which defines the list. Okay, we have dl tag, which defines the description list. We have dt tag, which defines a term name in the description list. So similarly, I'll also show you how do we use this. So this tag is mainly used whenever we are using a header, and then we want to include some subheaders in my website. So in that case, I'll be using dl tag. So the DL HTML element represents a description list, and the element encloses a list of group of terms specified using the DT element, and the description provided by DD. DD elements, as I told you, describes each term. So let me just move ahead. And the next, let me know, class, in case if you have any doubts in any of the tags which I'm covering today. So by any chance, if you have any doubts, I'll just repeat it again. Or if I'm going a bit fast, I would lower down my pace. Till now, everything is clear, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So, like the next topic is parallax effect. So, class, what is parallax effect is like whenever you're seeing any kind of website, like be it Amazon. So, if you just see the images which are placed there, like it would be moving over a particular it would be moving on a particular image. So the background remains the same, but the content moves. Okay, so parallax scrolling is a website trend where the background content, that is an image, is moved at a different speed than the foreground content while scrolling. So herein, if I want to include parallax effect, class, we have to make sure that these particular four things are mandatorily there in my program. So the first mandate is my background size. So we can give this particular values to my background size. It can be auto, length, cover, or contain any of the four values. Okay, and the next mandate is a background repeat. So like how am I setting my background? Is it a repeat, or is it an X repeat, or Y repeat, or no repeat? Okay, so if we have to set any kind of values from this four, if we want to repeat the image which is there, so in that case I'll be using repeat. Or if I want to repeat my value, like we know all of us know X axis and Y axis. So if I want to repeat in this particular axis, so I have to use repeat X and repeat Y. Or if in case I do not want to repeat, so I'll be using no repeat. Okay, and then the background attachment. So if I want to scroll my background attachment, or if I want to keep it fixed, or if I want to keep it local, so all the three values, among the three values we have to provide for background attachment. And for background position, we can provide any kind of value. Okay, so this is what is important class in parallax effect. We have to include the values which are mentioned here, and this is the syntax for the values which I'll be using today in my program. And last but not the least, like we how do we use emojis which we see in our social media particularly? So emojis are characters from the UTF-8 character set. Emojis look like images. Okay, and then it covers all the characters and symbols in the world, and emojis are characters from the UTF-8 alphabet. So class, anybody is aware of ASCII values here?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, great. So, like, what do we have in ASCII values class? Like, like including emojis in HTML also is similar to how do we do in other programming languages. Like, we do not, because computer will not understand the language of English language. So, for that, for everything in computer programming, we have an ASCII value for particular thing. So, for example, if I have to print A to Z, like lowercase a to z, so for that I have to use 97 to 122. It is fixed 97 to 122. And by any chance, if I want to print 97 to 122, and if I want to print uppercase a to z, then in that case I have to use 65 to 90. So I'll just show you how do we include. So in any chance, by any case, if I want to like display a to z, like lowercase a to z and uppercase a to z, so in that case I have to use this values followed by ampersand and hash symbol. Okay, like similar to which we'll be doing for emojis also, we'll be using ampersand and hash followed by the ASCII value. So let me just write in a program to display ASCII values first, and then we'll do for other ones. Okay, I have to just open anything from here. I'll just remove this. So class, like doc type HTML, we write mainly to for the browser to understand that this particular document is an HTML document, and then we have an HTML tag followed by an opening tag, and then our closing HTML tag followed by a backslash symbol, and then we have let's just write in header section as well. So we'll write head, and then we'll include a title, and then inside my title, what I'm doing here is ASCII values display. Title is nothing class, like I'll just show you how it occurs. Slash title. Okay, so like whatever we are seeing here, so whatever we are seeing here, so for example, if you see your JavaScript and then here you see in Meet, so whatever we write inside title, we would get in as a browser heading. Okay, so let me just open my notepad. And then in the body section of my program, what I have to do is like, for example, herein I am including ASCII values to display uppercase and then lowercase. So first I'll be displaying A to Z, uppercase, lowercase a, and then ABC. Let's just display ABC in lowercase. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll write a paragraph tag. I want to display upper lowercase ABC, right? A, B, and C. So uppercase first, A, B, C. And then I'll end my paragraph tag. And then what I'll do is display. And then as I told you, to display any kind of values herein, what we have to do is we have to use ampersand followed by hash, and then the value for uppercase is 65. I'll use a semicolon, comma. The value for B is ampersand hash 66, comma, ampersand hash, and then 67. Okay. Then I'll end my paragraph tag. And then I have ended my body section of the program, and then I have ended my. Okay, I did not end header section, so might throw an error. As actually herein we are going in long path. You can easily just download Notepad plus plus or then Visual Studio and then write your programs easily. But since we are writing it from an inception, so it would be easier for all of us to understand if we're doing any kind of program, any kind of errors in while writing in my program, and then we would get to know more. So that's why I always prefer to go from scratch. Fix in HTML and then let's just save it as Ascii. Okay, there is always there. Let's just save it. We save it with April, and then whenever we are saving any kind of HTML document, we have to save it with HTML. Then I'll go there. So class, you could see like the value which I had put in was 65, 66, and 67, which is giving me a display of ABC. Okay, so similarly, I'll try displaying it, displaying lowercase ABC also. So like my lowercase alphabets was from 97 to 122. So I'll give you 97, 98, 99. Save it. So you could see the output which I got was in lowercase ABC. So similarly, class, if this is clear, what I'll do next is I'll try to display some emojis in my program. So to display emojis, what we should know is like this particular fixed UTF values which are already predefined in HTML. So for example, if I want to display this particular emojis, what do I have to remember is 128512. Okay, 128512. So I'll go here 128512. Okay, and then I'll copy this and I'll paste here. Let's just include 34 and see if there's anything associated with it. Okay, so it came double double. So we have to save it. So these are predefined ASCII values class which are already defined in HTML. So for any emoji, if you want to display, so you have to search the particular UTF code for it, and then you could display that particular emoji. Let me just save it, and then you could see like I'm able to display emojis in my program. Okay. So the next tag is which I would do with all of you is iframe. Okay, so let me just open here, and then what I would do is I would remove this entire stuff from the body section, and then I'll change the header as iframe example. So what do we have to do is, as I told you, we have to go to the YouTube video which we want to embed in my program, and then I have to cover the I have to copy the source from here, copy it, and then paste it to my HTML code. Okay, and then what I would like to do is let's just include one more video. So let's just try to embed this particular video. Embed, and then copy this entire path. As I'll just show you. So here in what I'm doing is, like as I told you, like we'll have an opening iframe tag, and then we'll have a closing iframe tag at the end. If you could see, and inside my iframe tag, what I have mentioned here is I have mentioned the height and width of my video, followed by the src, followed by the path of my YouTube video. Okay, this is my path, and that's it. And we have to save it, and then I have to go here, refresh. I guess second one didn't display, but yeah, I'll just check. So like from here in, you can display n number of YouTube videos in your program using iframe tag. You can just scroll it. You can change the path also. Let me check why it did not display. Okay. So there was no opening here. That's why it did not display the second one. See class, all these errors which you get while running your code, like for example, here I did not had an opening a symbol, so I had an error. So you could only just have these things when you're doing it in normal simple notepad. Okay, so let me just save it, refresh it, and then we have two videos. So similarly, if we want to include n number of YouTube videos in your program, so you could do using iframe tag. You can even embed in video, embed a website in your program if that particular website is not having any kind of copyrights associated with it. So you can just display videos and this, and you can just also practice for the people who were there in my last session using grid and flex. Also you can just try inspecting it, and then you can just try running your program and then see what happens if you're using if you're running if you're including YouTube videos in your program using grid and using flex, what happens there. Okay, so let's just cover which tag now. What was there? So we had li, and we had dt, data description. Let me just see the ppt what is pending. So we have a dl tag, description list. So let me just cover this one, description list. So I'll remove this. I hope this iframe example is clear class, and the previous examples also.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much for confirming. So here in what I'll do is I'm using dl comma dd comma what was that, yeah, dt tags here in. So what I'll do is, as I told you class, we have to maintain a description list here. So in that case, I'm writing the dl tag, and then I'm giving a data term. Okay. Dolly, could you close the door, please? So let me just include dt tag here. There's a lot of wind going on, and because of that, my door is continuously making noise. dt. So what I'll have in header is, like, let's just include a web development. Okay, and then slash dt. And then the next is I want to give a description, how I told you, like in the bottom how it was appearing. So for that I'll be using dd. Okay, and then let's just say today's topic, effects in html. Okay, dd. And then next I want to give another description, maybe today's date in April. Just 1 second class, it's very disturbing because my door is making a lot of noise. I'll just close the door and come back. 1 second. Yeah, I'm back. So herein the tag which I was using was dl tag, and to use dl tag we have to use dl, dd, and dt to maintain data description and then data term. Okay, so herein what I'm doing is I have used dl tag Okay, and then let's just close DL tag also as DL, save it, then see. So you could see class the header was this, and then using DD, what we had done is we had given a subheader to my header. So we could accomplish this task using DL, DD, and DT tags. Okay, and then what was next in my PPT? Okay, so we can also cover this one, li and this tags. Let me remove this part. So what I'll do is I'll maintain an ordered list and an unordered list using uln, li, and ol tags. Okay, li tag. So just remove this as well. So what I'll do is I'll open an unordered list first. So inside my unordered list, what I'll be writing to maintain a list, I have to use li, and then inside my li, I can use mango. Close my li. I'll just copy. And then I'll close my ordered list using ul. And then to write an ordered list, unordered list I'm done. So I'll just maintain a h2 tag for writing in header and write an ordered list. Similarly, we can maintain the list, similar list here. Then I'll close my ul. Okay, and nobody told me to use ol here, /ol. And then class, we have maintained two lists here. One is an ordered list, and then one is an unordered list. Okay, using ol tag. So I'll just save my program and then run it. You could see class, this is an unordered list and this is an ordered list 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let me just see what is pending. Yeah, so next is Parallax Effect. Let me just open the code for Parallax Effect as well. So as I told you class, to run a Parallax program, the thing which is most important is here we have to use this particular 4 parameters. Mainly we have to remember these 4 parameters which are there. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just explain you. So doc type HTML is to describe to know the browser that this particular program is an HTML program. Okay, and then this is not needed. I'll just remove this one. So herein what I'm doing is I'm using your internal CSS. Okay, so to write an internal CSS, what we have to do is we have to write using dot. Okay, so herein the name which I have given is Parallax. Okay, since this is a Parallax program, and then we have to open it using curly braces. So as I told you in my PPT, we have to make sure that we are writing this particular 4 parameters very properly. Okay, so first was background size, then background repeat, background attachment, and then background position. Okay, so herein what I'm doing is I have given a background image which is dia8.jpg. So let me just show you that image also in my folder. So this is my particular image which is there. Okay, so I have given dia8.jpg, the name of my particular image, or you can even just copy the path and then paste the path here. But since it's in the same folder, so I don't need to give the path, even the name would do. And then I have chosen my background attachment to be fixed, my position to be as center, repeat as no repeat, and then background size to be cover. Okay, so all my 4 parameters I have covered, and then I have ended the don't know from where it came. Yeah, and then I have ended my internal CSS. Okay, for those who do not know how do we declare internal CSS and all those stuff, I'll just cover in the next upcoming sessions. Okay, so herein what I'm doing is in the body section of my program, what I'm doing is I have written a paragraph tag to scroll up and down. Okay, I've just written a normal text, and what I have done is I have created a class wherein I'm calling my particular internal CSS which I have written above. This is mainly inline CSS when we call in the body section of my program, and then I have styled my background. Okay, and then also let's just write one more paragraph, and I'll show you how the execution occurs. I'll just write any text, and then I'll end it /p. Okay, so how my execution would happen class year in, as we all know, like first this thing is executed in any kind of program. Okay, the header section would be executed. Okay, and then what it would do is it would display my paragraph first. This paragraph would be displayed then. Okay, after displaying this particular paragraph, it would call my inline CSS above which I have declared. Okay, parallax class which I have given. So it would like to display this, and inside this particular class, what I have this particular this four um, and parameters which I have given to my parallax effect. Okay, and then it would style my background, and then the height which I have given is 1000 px, and then my background color is red, and then font size is 36 px, and then this particular context would be displayed. Okay, so let me just save it. Mainly, parallax effect is nothing class, but if we scroll it, the image is fixed, and once we scroll it, it provides a scrolling effect. That's it, nothing more. So let me just go here. I guess was it not saved? Okay, yeah, it was the last class I covered that program, so I have to run this one. So if you could see class, as I told you, this paragraph would be scroll up and down would be included, and then it would go to my parallax inline internal CSS which I had declared the four parameters, and then if I would scroll, it would give a scrolling effect. This is what was parallax effect. That's it. Any doubts, class? Anybody is having?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you'll get your. Let me just come to the meat part. So you'll get your assessments from your mentors, and then by any chance if you have any doubts regarding cloud or any doubts regarding web development, you can always reach out to me. I would be happy to help all of you. Thank you so much and have a very good evening.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.